here's one interesting category that I personally care about. Building out the Ethereum social media ecosystem. So why social media, right? Like, why is social media like such an interesting thing to focus on? There's a widespread belief that existing social media platforms suck and that we need better ones. And this is true for different reasons. So one is centralized and arbitrary censorship and manipulation. Don't have to explain that one, hopefully. Low quality of discourse, also don't have to explain that one. And of course, like the concept of engagement and the kinds of engagement that are favored are very misaligned with quality. So why social media, right? So crypto tech is, I think, actually well suited to solve a lot of these problems. So credible neutrality is one of the things that I think a lot of people want out of social media. And blockchains are good at building credibly neutral mechanisms. Censorship resistance, well, blockchains are censorship resistant. The concept of shared open state, that you can have platforms where content is either on-chain, or if it can't be on-chain for scaling reasons, it can be kind of floating around peer-to-peer networks, things like Whisper or Waku. And then you have this public open state, and then you have these kind of different views going into that state. So you can have architectures that are less monolithic, you can have more separation between different layers, and like there's an opportunity to build more and interesting things if you do it that way. Built-in economic layer, so crypto has a built-in economic layer. You know, you have coins and you can make your own coins. And that makes it easier to do a mechanism design, right? So it seems like there's a natural fit. Examples of like crypto social media that are not Ethereum and that are not ghost towns exist. I don't fully approve of like the economics of everything on here, but you know, like these things are not ghost towns, right? Like BitClout, not a ghost town. Like Steam, Hive Voice, if you go on them, like you know, they're not ghost towns. So there is evidence, at least in my view, of just existing demand for some kind of a decentralized social media thing. So directions to explore, decentralized content and separating out the content from different views that can be views on the same content that filter it. Prediction market-like mechanisms. So the stuff that Claros talked about is like, to some extent, veiling in that direction, but there can be lots of different spins on it, right? I think the core principle of like introducing prediction market-like things is to encourage posts that look good 1 year from now and not just today. The concept of like lasting encouraging things that actually have long-term value and that aren't just to like, let's like spin it out so it goes viral and we get some engagement and it turns out it's actually total junk, like trying to move beyond that. Well, maybe there are mechanisms that can do that. Sybil resistance. So, you know, if we don't want a system dominated by spam, then you want Sybil resistance. You want to make it difficult to create an unlimited number of accounts. An interesting direction is community focused, so forums that are less about trying to create like this global water cooler that tries to like pretend that everyone is 2 meters away from each other, but more like things that allow people to more easily form communities and even kind of enforce rules and enforce limits within their communities. Even just forums where you can only speak if you prove that you're part of some DAO or you prove that you're part of some community, that you have, you know, could be some number of coins, it could be a pope, you know, it could be some other kind of membership token. Like, these are, like, crypto is an ecosystem and we have a very easy ability to do these kinds of things.